guys, how's it going? Chross here, and prepare for your journey into Sakura Spirit Part 5. Now, I'm just going to jump right into it, 6 and 9. And we're going to just go right into the story to see the best that this game has to offer. We're just going to see how many of its jokes can be rammed straight down our throats. It's the cold, hard, thick truth that's going to penetrate us and get us deep into our souls. Here we are. It's the place of our very first conversation. I guess now would be a good time to introduce myself. My name is Sakura. Just like your two companions there, I'm one of the spirits that inhabit this realm. Like I inhabit your pants? Oh shit! But you're different from them, aren't you? How observant of you. Yes, there's a difference between myself and most other spirits. Spirits abide by a rather simple hierarchy. The stronger the spirit, the higher their standing. Then again, strength is often associated with experience. I got some experience for you. So what? Are you saying you're an ancient being or something? I wouldn't go that far, Takahiro. It's rude to question a girl's age. Unless... Never mind, not going to go there. But let's move to a subject you desire to return to your own world. You're going to send me back? Great! I'm afraid sending you back is beyond my capabilities. I have some capabilities, I don't know. I'm just trying to make jokes about random shit that doesn't work. Hold on. Weren't you the one who sent me here in the first place? I'm afraid that wasn't the case. It was your wish that sent you here. During our first encounter, I did mention this place was special, didn't I? I'm sure she has many special places. Now that I thought about it, she did mention something along those lines. I briefly closed my eyes, trying to recall what she had said before. This was a place like no other. Again, my previous joke. That's right, having spent time with the fox spirits, you likely already know that there's magic in this world. I'll show you some magic, lady. That there's magic in other places too. However, it's not as though Maiko-chan herself possesses said magic. Rather, her body is able to connect with it. I'll connect something with her body. That sounds a bit complicated. The bodies of people who are capable of using magic create a special kind of link to the magic of this world. Try to imagine it like this. The magic within this world flows through several gateways. We commonly refer to them as mana gateways. I have something else that flows through gateways. Okay, moving on. Those who possess the ability to use magic draw on the mana flowing from these gates. So, like any simple fantasy video game or story will tell you. A different term for these people is mana receivers. Ah, no, headphones. I prefer to use them as something else kind of receivers. Wide receivers. In football, shut up. So you're also drawing on this magic. Ha! No, my boy. I'm not borrowing the magic of my realm from this realm. I'm powerful enough to perform magic on my own. However, the shrine is located on a mana gateway, which can explain why the shrine in your world is capable of granting wishes. And why can't you use that magic to send me back? Because it's not my magic that brought you here. It's the magic of the shrine, or rather, the world itself that pulled you into this realm. So you're saying that I'm stuck here forever? Once again, I just can't switch between these voices fast enough. Not forever. You simply need to carry out the will of this world. Oh, great. You're saying that a world has its own will now? How the hell am I going to find out what it wants me to... Hey! Watch your language, Takahiro. This is a family-friendly production. That's what you have me for, silly. I'm the guardian of the shrine, so obviously I know its intentions, obviously. In your case, the task was given quite a harsh one. Don't tell me I have to collect wedding sashes. And marry my Maki-chan in the process? You wish. Teasing aside, this realm has its fair share of problems. Calm. That voice is destroying my throat. Spirits and human have lived apart for a long time, but it wasn't always like this. Wait, spirits have a world of their own? This is the exposition part of the series. This is the part where everything is like, wait, this doesn't quite make sense, where it all just comes together. Yes, but the realm has started to merge with this one, causing some spirits to find themselves trapped here. Unfortunately, this happened before the more powerful spirits had the opportunity to reverse the damage done. Does that mean that Machiko-san and Maiko-chan are... They don't belong in this world! And neither of them likely realize this. they were much like human toddlers when they first arrived in this world. I slowly started to understand why the reason why the fox spirits and the villagers were on such bad terms. Anyone would be restless if beings from another world that you have never heard of suddenly started showing up on your doorstep. Much like when an ex comes like, I love you! It's like, I've moved on, lady. I love you! So then shit happens. Is that why there's so much attention between them and the villagers? She just said that was the case. God, Takahiro, you're so stupid. I'm afraid that the fox sisters became victims of... the headphones! Became the victims of an understanding. You see, Machi-chan and Maiko-chan aren't the only spirits within this realm. There are others, which has caused things to escalate. I'll show you something that escalates. I gotta come up with better sex puns than just, I'll show you whatever. You mean there are other fox spirits? Not fox spirits, but other spirits. There are spirits sent in this realm as sisters, but unfortunately we're sent rather far from here. While Machi-chan and Maiko-chan were close enough for me to care for them, the others weren't so lucky. What do you mean? Did something happen to them? Along with Maiko-chan and Machi-chan, four other spirits were sent here when the worlds briefly merged. Unlike the Fox sisters, those four didn't have anyone to watch over them, and as a result, they grew rather spoiled and wild. Spirits gone wild! MTV, woo! So what you're saying is, spirits going wild, that sounds like a recipe for trouble. I got nothing. Yes, they grew oblivious of the way human society works. Their behaviors made humans mistake them for monsters. Headphones. God, how much talking is Tsuri gonna do? Holy crap. Even now, those girls and their games are mistaken for acts of violence. As a result, tensions arose between the spirits and humans. So, Machiko-chan and Maiko-chan are discriminated against because of those spirits? You could say that, yes. Then why didn't you try to stop them? Because I can't leave this forest. I'm the guardian spirit of the shrine. I cannot leave my domain. I'm like Saria from Zelda. I couldn't help but wonder what purposes all this talk of spirits served. Could have had something to do with my finding my way back home? You're so much assholes, Takahiro. Do you think solving the problem with the spirits could be my ticket out of here? I'm gonna be the Martin Luther King Jr. of the spirits. Woo! Possibly. I wouldn't be surprised if dealing with the spirits could solve the problems between spirits and humans. It'd be difficult to track them down, but there may be an opportunity for you soon. An opportunity? I'm sensing one of them heading through the forest towards the village. If you can convince Machi-chan and Maiko-chan to help you protect the village, and these villagers might be willing to accept them. That did make sense. If Machiko and Maiko were seen protecting the village from a possible threat, they might be forgiven for the panty incident. Do you think it'll work? Only time will tell. For now, you better get those girls and make haste towards the village before the wild spirit causes any more damage. Nodding my head in agreement, I quickly ran outside, trying to think of how I could convince Machiko and Maiko to help me save the village. Surely they would be better off known as heroes rather than pranksters. However, I doubted that these sisters held feelings of fondness toward the villagers, considering they continued treatment of the two girls. I wonder how they'll solve the challenges set before them. I don't know. Song change. I found Machiko and Maiko talking near the steps leading back into the forest. The two girls look like they've been playing a game similar to hopscotch on the wide shrine steps. It was time for me to figure out how to convince the girls. A problem I have with every night. No, I don't. It's easy for me to convince girls. Shut up. Taka-kun, is everything alright? You look worried. Tsuri told me something interesting. Oh, what was it? Did she tell you Onami-san's bust size? Maiko! Owie! No, nothing like that. No, nothing like that. And even if she offered to, I would have said no. I'm a gentleman after all. And a gentleman can guess the bust size from just by looks, not by looking. God, that was a shitty joke. I'm sorry, I'm not funny. She told me about some recent events, and I think I found a way to get you both accepted by the village. What? Wait, what? What did she tell you? She has not told us a thing. She didn't go into too many details. She just told me that some wild spirits cause a lot of trouble for the villagers and give you guys a bad reputation. If we can convince the villagers that the other spirits are just playing, maybe we can figure out a way to protect them. And if you show up to help, maybe they'll warm up to you. Yay! That'll work for sure! Suchan and Takani are so smart! Yay! Whoa, wait! Maiko, calm down! Taka-kun! There's no way that the villagers will accept us that easily. Even if we convince their elder, the 2 guards will never forgive us of our theft. I firmly believe that it's better off to try something and fail than to regret not having tried at... quotes. I mean, those girls will probably be upset, and maybe they'd be more willing to listen to your story if we were to save the village. It's better off try something and fail than regret not having tried, but won't you have be sad if you fail despite having tried so hard? For some reason, it's really hard for me to talk today. Well, it'll only hurt if I fail, and nothing is ever set in stone, so it never hurts to try. Well, I was rather certain of this idea would work. I knew I had first had to convince the girls. With the amount of confidence my tone carried, I was hopeful it was only a matter of time before Machiko would begin to consider it. I'm not too sure, Taka-kun. Do you really think the fate of wrath of Maiko head on? Face the wrath of Maio head on? If it's for the sake of my friends, sure. And if we're lucky, she'll finally show that der side of her. I'm up for it! I want to play with people in the village! I want to be able to eat the delicious milk foods and learn all about them! What about you, Machiko-san? Don't you want to walk around without the constant fear of being chased down by angry villagers? This could be the only chance we have! Oh no! I suppose with the 2 of you being so enthusiastic, I do not have much of a choice in the matter. It would be nice to be able to buy sake from the human world. Spirit sake is rather bland. You know what's not rather bland? That's the spirit. We should hurry to the village then. Very well, Taka-kun. Meanwhile, in the village. Dot. The 2... That's so dumb. The 2 guards who had just returned to patrolling the area found their village in an uproar. Chaos reigned supreme as villagers fled their homes, screaming about some monster who had appeared in the marketplace. Armed with their weapons, the 2 rush off to deal with the threat. The soundtrack got super badass now. Oh crap, what was their voice? Crap, there are so many girls, I can only do so many girl voices because I'm sexist and horrible human being. Another attack this so soon? First those crappy fox crooks sneak in twice, and now this? Hikaj, report! What is it this time? Several shop owners say the same girl enter their shops, take food and eat it without paying. Afterwards, she seems to turn see-through and, melt away. Yeah, because that's cause for chaos! She's reported nearby, but One? How could one girl cause this much havoc? Those useless guardsmen, Hikaj, come with me, and we will deal with this one girl ourselves. Easy, I don't know if I can. What do you mean? Oh, a spirit, right, Narumi, I need to ensure that no one gets near. I'm trusting you with this. Much to the relief of Narumi, the katana-wielding girl approached the nearby shop, which had a crowd of people gathered around it. Devious monster, show yourself this instant. Surrender yourself and I may let you go free. I bet she likes it when people surrender herself to her, yeah. Sex pun! However, the moment she tried to enter the building, a large big mass surged outwards, knocking her back onto the ground. Oh, is this the screenshot I saw? Mio! In the shadow of a nearby building, a figure could be seen rustling about. Upon closer inspection, it turned out to be a girl, seemingly occupied downing several bottles of sake before she dropped them and turned to look at the person who interrupted her. When she finally moved into the light, it became clear that she wasn't a villager, but a girl covered in slime from head to toe. I spilled the tasty drink because you surprised me. Now I'm sad. I don't think I've age-gated this. I think I'm okay. What the? Ahem, you're not welcome here, spirit. You've caused chaos, and that tasty drink, as you said, was not yours. You are a thief and a nuisance. Leave immediately. I'm not a thief, bitch. Now what's a nuisance? You're trying to act all smart pants because I don't know those fancy words. Typical. It means you're a bother. You do not belong here. Liar! The forest is my home, and this place is part of the forest. Therefore, I'm not a thief. Everything in the forest belongs to me and my sisters, including you. Wait. I gotta do that again, including you. Which one of those was great beer? Tell me in the comments down below. What do you mean? Don't try anything funny, spirit. I fought against your kind before, and I'm still stand strong in your day. Hey, Gaj! Evacuate the people! Seems like the human girl wants to play. Do not belittle my ability to defend this village. Ha! My stuff gets belittled all the time. You know what I mean. Oh, sound effect time! The girl lunged forward with a katana down and slashed through the girl's body. However, the part that was sliced through sealed up almost as quickly, remembering the attack completely ineffective. Haha! That tickles! You know what else tickles? With the sword stuck inside the slime girl's body, the spirit quickly lashed forward, spraying several jets of slimy substance at the female guard, who as soon as discovered her clothes began to melt away. Unless how confident you are without your sword and clothes. Help me the last part in childish playfulness. Oh, sorry. Let's see how confident you are without your sword and clothes. Help me in the last part with childish playfulness. The slime girl pushed the swordswoman down on the grass. The slime elements landed onto her hard arm, causing her to stick to the ground. Ah! What the? Let me go! Cheater! Devious fiend! You're the one who tried to use a sword against me. And I like having swords used against me. The sword is my dick. Don't stories of it, girls, that don't you know that girls such like me can easily avoid such things? Besides, this way I can continue eating in peace. Here's an innuendo. Now, I'll be a good girl and stay here while I grab more yummies. Maybe my mind's just that dirty. I don't know. Never! I will not trust until you've been vanquished. Damn you! Language. It's useless. Once my slime hardens, a puny human like you will be a shut up. Won't be able to break out of it. Even one who's powerless without a sharp stick. I assure you, I'm more than just a monkey with a sharp stick. You'll never break my stamina. You'll never make me silent. Arrgh! Mio struggles, clutching her fist in an effort to try to free herself. The slime cracked here and there, but nothing indicated it was ready to yield. Yes, you're stuck, Munchie, but you're kind of loud. It's giving me a headache. The slime girl playfully tapped her forehead as Mio continued her desperate attempts to break free. Just answer me this. Why do you spirits target us? You can go anywhere. You can spend your days hidden deep within your forest. Yet you constantly attack us, constantly throwing your lives around like they were nothing. But the forest is boring. There's no one to play with aside from my sisters. You humans are such a curious bunch. Excuse me, just 1 second. But it's no fun when you raise your sword, torches, and pitchforks whenever we visit. You know, isn't it fun having to rebuild our homes every time you visit? We now want our lives ruined every time you're feeling bored and wish to play. We're not toys, you monster. We're humans, proud and wise. Strong beings with souls and minds. We will not stand by idly as you terrorize our people. I've given up on the voices. I'm not too sure about pride and strength. You do realize that if it wasn't for my slime, you'd be giving the villagers a show they won't soon forget, don't you? Aha, that's not, you're the one who, my clothes are, that's not important right now. If it wasn't for the goo, I would still have my clothes on. Fiend, monster, bratty little thing. Oh, so you want me to recover my slime? I guess you are a bit annoying with your nagging and all. Maybe I need to punish you a bit. The slime girl smiled mischievously at Mio as the slime that covered girl started to compress, almost painfully so. Ah! This is nothing to that the village has to endure. Nee! I came only by for some yummies. You're the one who decided to make a show out of it. You took my information shots without paying for it. Ah! Actually, maybe I should wrap you up in a cocoon and drag you back to my home. Then I won't have to visit the village to play with someone. If that's what it takes, I would do anything to protect this village and the people in it. If you promise me that you'll not return to this village, then you aren't exactly in the position to make demands. Stop! You can't go in there! Huh? There they are! Maiko-chan, use your magic! Right! The sound of running footsteps came from the crowd, and suddenly the slime girl felt her body growing warmer. Small flame sparks seemed growingly floating around her body, causing her body to slowly melt. At the same time, from amidst the crowd, 3 figures appeared to keep the slime girl from her prey. 2 fox spirits, one muttering an incantation of sorts, while the other was holding some kind of a ritualistic staff. Trailing behind them was a Nakahita-wielding guard, accompanied by a young man. Please, Narumi-sama, we are trying to help. I don't want to have to stop you. If you think you can save Mio, then, okay, just know that if any funny business goes down, I will chop your head clean off. Alright, I hope the girls know what they're doing. Sakura, what are you doing here? You, fox! While the slime girl was distracted by the fox spirits, I ran to Maiko's side, using all my strength to pull that slime that covered her. However, all I seemed to manage was a slight tear. Freeing the girl is clearly going to take a while. They're here to help, so use your energy for something useful, like getting rid of this damn slime. Language! Machiko, have you come to play as well? Please, tell your sister to stop her spell. It feels rather tingly. Maiko, keep up the good work. No, Sakura, I have not come to play. You're a fool. A bubble-brained moron. Why are you harassing the villagers? If you wanted food, you know you could have come to the mansion. Meaning, Machiko, you can't tell me what to do. Not to mention, the food from the village is tastier than the fruit at your place. Besides, I just wanted to play with them a bit. But then they start screaming and a monkey girl with her sharp stick tried to scare me away. I will not stand for these insults. Just you wait till I'm free. Oni-sama! Spell's almost done! I can't keep it going on my... Oh man, these voices. Just a little bit more, little one. Sakura, I do not wish for it to end this way. You know what happened if Maiko's spell is allowed to continue? You might get stuck in your midget form for some time, and I'm certain you do not want that. Leave the village, please. But you're gonna melt me? That's unfair. My sister won't be happy to hear Machiko and Maiko sided with the silly humans, when all I was doing was having some fun. I'll be back. And with those words, the slime girl melted into a pool of water and soon disappeared from sight. Special effects for the win. And the soundtrack was like awesome, and then just dropped. Once the slime girl had disappeared from the village, I succeeded in tearing off the slime that covered Mio. However, as the slime shattered into millions of tiny pieces, Mio was without any form of cover, causing me to quickly cover my eyes. Don't you dare look at me! The amount of times I've heard that. Scrambling to her feet, the girl rushed away, most likely in search of a change of clothes. With the slime girl gone, the villagers soon turned to the fox spirits with confused gazes. The tension in the air was thick. No one in the crowd knew what to expect. Finally, a familiar figure emerged from within the crowd. It's a pleasure to finally meet you again, Takahiro-kun, even if the circumstances could have been better. What are you saying, Elder? This man is clearly in cahoots with the spirits. Wait a second, these girls just want to help. Oni-sama, my head hurts. It's okay, dear. I'm here. Just hold on to me tightly. I'll protect you, and so will Taka-kun. It's a trap! Silence! How dare you act with such hostility toward the girls who just saved your lives? ... And the crowd seemed rather startled by the firmness in the old man's voice, but soon obeyed, some of them feeling rather ashamed of the sudden. It is clear that you and your companions did not come here with the ill intentions, Takahiro-kun. I must ask you for forgiveness for the people, their nervousness and hostility. As you have most likely noticed, contact between the spirits and humans have been rather problematic at best. I understand their concern, but will you at least hear me out? Very well, if that's what you desire. There will be at least one that we can do for these, then it will be the least that we can do for those who have helped save these villages upon this day, the day of my daughter's wedding. I have only one favor to ask. I don't know. However, let us wait for the chief to return. I believe it's important for her to hear what you have to say. More women! I can't do women voices. Stop having women. I'll go find your Oji-sama. Feeling so grateful that the elder had granted me a chance to carry out my plan, we wait for Amayo to return. Thankfully, the elder brought us somewhere private where Machiko could tend to Amaiko without the villagers looking on in contempt. How many times am I going to have to say this? I'm sorry I froze, okay? I panicked. Your sword is stronger than my Nagarita. What are you going to accomplish by? That is unacceptable. I recommend. What are those creatures doing here? Honor-sama, and is highly unorthodox. She's highly unorthodox. That was offensive, and I apologize. Shimaiko-chan. These are our guests, Osami Dono. We will treat them as they treated with the respect they deserve. Now take a seat and listen to their tale. That's an order. I understand, Elder Sama. First and foremost, let me... all these voices. First and foremost, let me express my gratitude for helping save this village. Well, Sugidomo's brave attempts to stop the spirits and allow us to prevent any further damage. I fear her fate would have been much worse if the spirits had been allowed to continue its rampage. I switched from Godfather to Batman. Therefore, at the beginning of my heart, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for saving Tsuchiko Dono and this village, Takahiro-kun, and you as well, Fox Spirits. No problem. John Togo told us to do it. Besides, Sakura's really smelly meanie pants. Sakura's really smelly meanie pants. We humbly accept your gratitude. Elder Sama. Narumi-chan, Sojodomo. Thank you. So many people on screen at once. Thank you, Mikey-chan, Chi-chan, Machiko-san. He really helped us out there. If I had more guts in me, that girl had me terrified. Tish, have you not considered that they might be working together with that monster? This may all be a ruse to sneak into the village and see what little resources we have left. The elder sighed before his gaze sharpened, his tone surprisingly stern in comparison to how he had been talking. His voice was so harsh that both girls visibly flinched at the sound of it. Mio! You seem to be underestimating the power of these spirits! If those three had joined forces, there could possibly be no village left to defend! The man sighed deeply, shaking his head before continuing. You should be grateful! Would not be standing a chance of these spirits that conspire against us! Don't you remind you that we clearly stand a chance of every one of them? Elder Sama, you must understand, due to my situation, I simply cannot pretend to be friends with the spirit, not after everything they have done to us. But for now, I will at least remain silent on the matter. There's more at stake here than my personal feud. Knowing this, fox spirits, if I find either of you doing anything suspicious, I will personally find out where my sword goes through as ineffective as this monster. Something like that. I heard that completely wrong. There should be no talk of such thing in this house! Not like a goon! You mentioned you want us to tell us something? Could it be related to your younger companion's comment? I find it curious to find her mentioning the name of spirits such as Tsuri. Actually, what I'm going to tell you something I learned directly from her. You mean, you met her in person? I nodded my head firmly. There's a reason that these spirits' attitude towards humans. It doesn't strike you as odd that there's only spirits in this particular area? It is true that there are spirit sightings outside of this region, but it does what this have to do with us. It seems to have something to do with the region, apparently. You see, the spirits aren't from this world. No shit! You mean to say... Takakun, what are you saying? We're spirits, but surely we are still of this world. Oni-sama, what does that mean? You know what? Before we get into this expedition again, I think I'm going to call it an episode. It's been a good one. I wonder how many sex puns I got in there. I'm curious. But you guys... Oh, well, no, because I've had the encounter this entire time. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'll be here next week with another... Actually, maybe not next week. I'll be here sometime with another episode of Secure Spirit. And in the meantime, I wish you nothing but peace and serenity. And I'll catch you on the flip side.